Seattle. JoJo Natson back deep for the Rams. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now Natson. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go.
Gone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 180. Eat. I hope you brought your shell.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He may try and run for this. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
He's not going to get me.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check three, check three, check three. '94 is the mark, 94 is the mark. All day, baby, all day, all day, baby.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Bang out, bang out, bang, bang. 94 is the mark, 94 is the mark. Ready?
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that's going to be intercepted. Taken by the Pro Bowler, Eric Weddle. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over.
Let's go, let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Line 90. Too low, cut. They got tight left. 4 there. Alert.
On the delay, here's Carson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
You got it.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
I'm coming after you. Undercrush.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got his target. That's more.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Hatchet. Go, guys. 4 down.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Green 80. Hey, watch the slant. Hey, watch it. Go.
Here's the sneak with Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
White 20. Right there, 54 Mike. Here we go. SOS.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
From the gun, here's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. 2nd quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play that was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. I got you. Check 3. Good time.
This is Carson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And an alley to run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
51. Flying 90. 51. You. W14. 51's the money. 51's the money. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
3rd and 2. Now Wilson. He's going to loft one. Deep left. That's caught inside the 20. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Check. Hey. Jam.
Now it's Carson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Don't say nothing.
Second and 5 now. Wilson. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
We ain't beginning to swear you up. Don't get nervous.
Now a toss play. It's Carson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Check 52.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers.
A 30-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Well, they have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
14. Check right. Watching your 5. Let's go, baby. Return it.
Out of the gun. Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
And the Rams, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Hut. 180.
Double dog. That's the way. Chef.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, but now it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Third and long, it's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The final shot before break here. Goff escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Goff now looking to throw. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Mike.
Go tonight. White 20.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, kill.
Watch your slack. Watch your slack. Watch your slack. Hey, check 24. Check 24. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
4 down.
Off. Slam.
Again they run with Gurley. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
We go. 180.
54. Mike, 54. Switch up. He's coming. We got double up.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more on that one and another first down.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Motion. Mike's 5-4. Watch the screen.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, come on, now. Safe.
4
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Watch 54. Here we go.
3rd and goal, Gurley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Greg Zerline on for the field goal.
And Zerline's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Far left.
Watch the twist.
94 is the mark.
Echo. Focus, defense, focus.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Pick it up.
2 legs up.
Throwing again. Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Block that. Whip. Watch the whip.
Hook, 64. Weak. Check 13. Check 13.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle.
To punt for the Seahawks.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe. You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
I got one.
From the 24, Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Goff now to throw. He can run for it, and now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
3 down. Check 99. Check 99.
Here's Carson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Myers' kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds. And then the last says, oh, no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. Taking it about the 16. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
Look for signal. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Wilson will throw again. This complete to Lockett. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Here's the line. Here's the line. 3rd and 2.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Gurley. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Let's go. Hey, check right, check right. Watching your 5. Here we go, D. Motion, motion. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Listen, 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 listen. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got him in, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Shoot.
Now it's Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. That last play, though, not indicative of the night he's had running the football.
No, you're exactly right about that because all through this evening, it's been their night, hasn't it? One play here, they get it against them. I wouldn't worry about that very much at all. Just continue to do what they've been doing.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Out.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's taken down inside the 30. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Even though we're not on the goal line, this is essentially a goal line look as they come up for 2nd down.
Five down. Stand up in. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right down Broadway. And you can bump the lead up to 9. It's 15-6. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
And that's going to be intercepted. Taken by the Pro Bowler, Eric Weddle. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And they will take a knee here.
Cut. 180. 54. Check tight end. Check tight. Check tight.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Stop your whining.
Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for L.A., their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on